Live from PressCorps World Headquarters, this is Foxhole Flash, bringing you the latest updates from across the Siva Valley war zone. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm Jeffrey Jennings. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 81. Wardens secure the regions of Lockmore and Drowned Vale as colonials ward off the Warden push into Barronstown in the Heartlands. Wardens seem to have the momentum, gaining a strong foothold in northern Umbral Wildwood, with 3 colonial forts also falling further south, and 1 more in Shackled Chasm. No word yet on the colonial response, although the towns of Golden Root Ranch, Sentry, Hermit's Rest, and Amethyst remain in legionary hands for now. Their status, however, in the long run, may not be so sure. With both Umbral Wildwood and the Heartlands home to 4 component fields and 2 component mines each, the loss of either region may prove disastrous for the colonial economic situation as the war drags on. Despite this, colonial commandos have managed to destroy the town halls at Brine Glen in the Deadlands and the Prairie Bazaar in the Lynn of Mercy recently, both of which are deep behind the Warden front line. It can be reasonably predicted these towns will not be captured, but the mere success of colonial raids have exposed holes in the Sievish defense. With updates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings, and this is Foxhole Flash. Let's get back to the music. Live from PressCorps World Headquarters, this is Foxhole Flash, bringing you the latest updates from across the Siva Valley war zone. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm Jeffrey Jennings. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 82. Heavy fighting continues in the Heartlands. Umbral Wildwood continues in Umbral Wildwood. Outside Amethyst, over a dozen reported colonial troops have been reported, securing the western bridge that leads into and out of the town, and were last seen pushing towards the Warden Fort at Clotho's Refuge. At Golden Root Ranch, an interesting situation unfolding as the town has been flanked from the southeast, with the Wardens capturing the fort at Thunder Row. Combined with the primary attack from the north, the fight has turned into a proper town siege, although the colonials still have a way into the town from the west, stemming from the region adjacent, that being the Heartlands, the closest town being Greenfield Orchard, although whether or not the Wardens will be looking to close that salient and form a pocket around Golden Root Ranch, we're not quite sure at this time. As of this report, the town hall and safe house are still in colonial hands for now. And following the colonial commando action that destroyed Brine Glen and Prairie Bazaar not too long ago, the Warden backline town of Lockheed has seen its town hall destroyed. The town of Lockheed is well behind the Warden front line, completely behind the Warden secured region of the Drowned Vale. We cannot confirm if the town hall destruction was conducted by the same commandos that destroyed Prairie Bazaar and or Brine Glen, or if it's a separate team entirely. But that town has been destroyed, again further exposing holes in the Warden line, at least for now. With updates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings, and this is Foxhole Flash. Let's get back to the music. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 82. Warden forces have cleared Golden Root Ranch of defenders and most colonial defenses, with infantry and armored cars reportedly just outside Town Hall, and the capture of the town likely, if not, as already have happened since we're talking. If they choose to press the Warden advance, they will have access to hit Sentry further south or cross into Greenfield Orchard in the Heartlands towards the southwest, provided colonial defenses aren't up to snuff. Meanwhile, also in Umbral Wildwood outside Amethyst, colonial defenders have made some gains towards the Warden Fort at Clotho's Refuge. However, Wardens are still in the area and engaging. In southwestern Lockmore, reports of a colonial presence on the westernmost road that leads into Barony Ranch. Whether it's an outpost, scouts, or simply an ambush we cannot confirm at this time. And in the Drowned Vale, the Colonial Commando action that has raided the town halls at Prairie Bazaar, Bryan Glen, and Lockheed, well behind the Warden back line, have now added Loggerhead to that list. Again, we cannot confirm if it was the same band of raiders, a single raider, a separate team from the originals, or a group that isn't even directly working with the ones who took out the other towns. We're not quite sure. What we do know is that 4 towns have fallen in the past hour, but they have been reclaimed, or at least some of them have been reclaimed. The rapidity at which they have fallen is alarming, at least for the moment. However, we are also getting scattered reports that some colonials in the Warden backline have been eliminated. Whether or not that puts a stop to the impressive rampage, well, we'll just have to wait. With updates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings. And this is Foxhole Flash. Let's bring ourselves back to the music. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 83. The Wardens appear to be building up the recently captured Golden Root Ranch, a logical move considering its likely vital role for further offensive action into the rest of Umbral Wildwood, the Heartlands, and possibly the Great March if the Colonials fail to hold the line. Meanwhile, Warden troops have also taken the fort at Atropos' Fate, which was destroyed for a while now and remained so until its recent capture. This puts the colonial town of Sentry into a potential 2-front battle with Atropos' Fate to its northeast and Thunder Road to its northwest. A very similar tactical situation Golden Root Ranch was just in. If the Colonials cannot hold Sentry or take back territory elsewhere, there may not be much of a backline left for the Legion. In fact, we may already be in such a situation. No information on the road between Thunder Road and Atropos' Fate available to us at this time. It's possible Sentry may be bypassed altogether. But despite being on a heavy back foot, counteroffensive and campaigns into Lockmore and Drowned Vale are possible, at least on the map. How well Colonial Logistics is faring, we cannot accurately describe. With accurates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings. This is Foxhole Flash. Let's get back to the music. This original piece by Commander Rod put an end to this. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 83. Significant colonial action outside Amethyst along the Leatherback Pathway, as over a dozen colonial troops and some vehicles continue to engage Warden defensive positions. Most of the fighting is reportedly bottlenecked around an old checkpoint along the Great Wall, but flanks are also very likely. If the Legion can sweep through Clotho's Refuge and push up to the southern bridge at Stray, it may prove to the Wardens that taking Umbral Wildwood won't be so easy. Meanwhile, at Sentry further southwest, sizable skirmishing has been reported on the outskirts of the town as both sides look to control the road just north. Although as per our earlier flashes from Golden Root Ranch falling, it may be Warden momentum headed south. With updates every 15 and 45 of the hour if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings. This is Foxhole Flash, and if you have information that you may find pertinent, whether an ongoing operation or war stories, please visit the PressCorps Discord through the link below. Share that story with a reporter. Alright, let's get back to the music. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 84. Colonial troops have destroyed the Warden Fort at Clotho's Refuge and are pushing up to the riverbank to the southern Stray Bridge. Additionally, the Colonials have taken back the fort at Atropos' Fate. Joining me now live over the line from the ongoing fight outside Stray is Officer Cadet Coolcat, a lieutenant of the Warden-based Roughnecks outfit. Coolcat, can you tell me what your location is now?
Currently, we're at the town of Stray right now. We're holding the bridge at there, but we are currently getting hard by colonial attacks.
Mm-hmm. Were you part of the initial push at the bridge check? Excuse me, the wall checkpoint southeast of Clothis' refuge?
Yes, I was. We pushed back that point, and we were almost at the safe house at Amastir, but unfortunately, we were pushed back by Colonial ACs that arrived at the scene.
And how many colonials can you reasonably estimate are currently attacking Stray?
Currently, from radio reports and scouting estimates, we believe there could be 20 or more colonials backed up by 2 ACs, possibly even more. At this current time, we don't know.
And what have you seen the colonials use so far in terms of equipment and tactics? You said two armored cars.
Usually rifles, SMGs, shotguns, but they have used gas grenades and artillery as their strike cards, using that on us and devastating effect.
Now, when you say artillery, do you mean howitzers?
Yes.
They use howitzers. Have you seen any gas shells being deployed? I'm not sure if they've been deployed out to the war yet.
Yes, that's how we lost that. That was one of the main reasons why we lost the fort in the first place. They shelled us at least once, I believe.
I understand. So, confirmed gas shells from howitzer gas shells, green ash shells are being used out on the field. So, how confident are you that the wardens can hold Stray?
I believe very confidently that we can hold the bridge, and it seems like the Colonials have pulled back. Actually, I think that the Colonials have pulled back their ACs. I'm looking at right now, but right now they're hiding in the forest next to the bridge, so it's kind of hard for our vehicles and our infantry to engage them.
I see. And is there anything else you feel free you need to share in terms of possible counterattacks, or maybe obviously we can't deluge too much information not live on the air here.
Well, hopefully maybe the boys down south can start thinking of a plan, but right now, if this continues onward, we may in fact lose the bridge. But currently, right now, we are holding it and we are pushing out slowly. But the future is uncertain.
Sure is uncertain. Well, we'll have to see how the situation unfolds. Uh, cool Cat of the Roughnecks, thank you so much for joining us here on the air. Yeah,
It's
make
been
sure
an
to stay
honor.
in touch. All right. See you around. We'll hear from
Right.
you in a bit. In the meantime, with updates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings, and this is Foxhole Flash. Let's get back to the music here. Here in the 40th conflict of the Foxhole War, it's day 85. The Wardens have taken back the fort at Clothos' refuge, with the fighting now restarted back and forth near the old wall checkpoint between Sentry and Amethyst. Meanwhile, further southwest, skirmishing has moved from the fort at Thunder Row and back to the outskirts of Sentry along a minimum 200-meter width, although flank opportunities are very much available. Already the Warden observation tower near the central lake has been taken out. Umber Wildwood will most likely continue to be ongoing no man's land with plenty of back and forth until heavier armor can make its way out onto the field, as well as larger operations may take forth. With updates every 15 and 45 of the hour, if available, I'm Jeffrey Jennings, and this is Foxhole Flash. Make sure to get in contact through the PressCorps Discord. Find out if you have any stories available. If you have any stories available, war stories, scoops, or any type of ongoing operational information, then please feel free to share them with the PressCorps reporter. Again, through the PressCorps Discord and the link below. All right, let's get back to the music here.